Hi, it's Trixie Mattel, and we're getting in drag to go DJ at Gloss in West Hollywood. Woo! Hi, it's Trixie Mattel. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're getting in drag and going somewhere. You know, I'm not like a normal beauty YouTuber. I have a job. I'm not one of those whores who gets in full fantasy and then washes it off when the video's over. I have a career. I have places I have to be. I have to hobnob with people I pretend to know their names. You know, I have a lot going on. So I'm gonna get in drag today, and because this is a real gig with real people, we're not testing products today. We're not dabbling with the dark arts. We're gonna use some tried and true stuff that I know is gonna work for me. So my goal tonight is to look beautiful, because I can't wear too big of a wig when I'm DJing, so I kind of have to go small. I can't wear too much body when I'm DJing or I overheat and pass out, so I have a little dress that's very nothing. And I also gotta put on a look that's gonna stand the test of hot homosexuals mouth breathing, taking makeup off. So I'm gonna glue down my brows and we'll be right back. We're back, we have no eyebrows. You guys, I'm gonna rip through this because they're just, I'm using products I like today mostly, so if we can't get a good makeup going with products you know and love. Most of my makeup, by the way, is packed up in suitcases ready to go. We leave for tour in the morning, like 9:30. So we are using some household items. This is what I'm using my makeup palette. This is something Netflix sent to me at the beginning of the pandemic to put macaroons on. Do you guys remember when Katya ate that soap macaroon? This is from that. Oh, if you wanna see what I packed for tour, right, cheer. You guys, I'm just trying to rip through with what I know works. This is StuFix Fluid. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I love MAC. StuFix Fluid, this has been on the market far too long for us to still be using this jar. This, like, you have to either buy the pump, which I think is $10 now, or like do what I'm doing, which is crazy. And I love this foundation, so I'm like, why you do me like that? All right, I'm gonna go heavy. I'm gonna go quick. You guys, I stopped self-tanning, so I'm so fair right now. I don't match any of my previous makeup that I'm used to using on tour, so this coverage isn't giving enough to me right now. We're already off to a great start. I'm ready to just start shaving my eyebrows, honestly. Like, I've been with David 7 years. Like, if he can't have sex with me with no eyebrows, he doesn't love me. Oh, I forgot I was gonna use primer. Pretend I use this Maybelline primer. Just, I don't know if you can get the benefit of a primer by just holding it. I was gonna use this primer and I forgot. Looks pretty even, right? It's a little yellow for me, as you guys can see. And by the way, have you guys noticed we have a different lighting now? So if you notice, these two lights bounce off my cheeks more. So you're gonna see more, I don't wanna be vulnerable here. You're gonna see more real tea with my makeup from here on out. I don't wanna be too honest with you. Like, I don't think drag queens should be seen in HD, period. But sometimes when I'm talking about products and shades and finishes, I do think that we lose a little bit. And so our new lights are a lot more daylight. They really like surround my little station here. So I think you're gonna be able to see more of the differences when I talk about product and like exact, you know, textured things. This foundation, if you don't know, is a silicone water emulsion. It's a silicone water emulsion. It's a foundation. It's a little bit better than yours. And it is kind of hydrating and slippy when it goes on, but I found that it dries almost like, you almost feel your face. If anybody's oily skin, you know what I'm talking about, where you want a foundation to like. All right, let's get started with some liner here. I have the Point Made black liquid liner from our friends over at One Size, who we love so much. I think this is one of the best liners on the market for liquid liners. It's nice and pointy. This one is really old, and I bet it's still gonna be great. What did I tell you? It's like a 6-month-old liner. Look how black it is. How do they do it? I don't want to jinx anything, but I think my symmetry's been improving. And I know what you're thinking. It couldn't get much worse. And you're right. And so I'm not saying it's good, I'm saying it's improving. Let's do a brow. The other day I did my brow first, and I really liked the way that turned out, so I'm gonna do that again. I have the Urban Decay Brow Blade here. This color is brown sugar. Yeah, lately I've been doing my brows first out of, I don't know, boredom? I don't know. Switching it up, changing things. That's gonna be a brow. I also think doing my brows first has been helping me with my symmetry. You know, I recently got to do a really cool high profile makeup thing, and I got to work with a very, very famous makeup artist. And it made me wish that I was better at symmetry. And I thought to myself, well, I have the same eyeballs as everyone else. They just probably take their time and do a better job. So there's no reason I can't do a better job. There's nothing proud in like bragging about something you're not good at. Like, oh my God, I'm the worst. I'm bad at symmetry. That just means that up till now, you haven't paid close enough attention to the symmetry of your makeup. doesn't mean you are cursed. Love it. I got some e.l.f. camo concealers here. These are pretty old now. I probably should make these my last time using them. They're not new. They're not even a little old. These are at least a couple years old, but I'm gonna use it today. You know what? I'm gonna use it today and I'm gonna throw it away. I need to be more responsible about period after opening. Maybe we've talked about this before on the channel. If you don't know, period after opening is a marking on a product that tells you when you have to get rid of it or like when it's expired. Like on the Trixie and Juno palette, it says 24 months, 2 years. Nice. It's a little sketchy. I'm gonna do another coat, actually. This concealer's good, but I didn't do a great job covering my brows today. It's a nightclub. It's a nightclub, okay? That one turned out better. I don't know why I can't have success. You know, God doesn't give with both hands. God doesn't give foot jobs either. I have the House Labs pencil here. This is the Optic Intensity Eco Eyeliner, and this color is Deep Cocoa, and I thought I could use this to do like a nice little cut crease. We'll see what happens. Knowing me, I go in with great intentions and I f it up. So let's see what happens. Do a little line there, do a little line there. And this pencil actually has a little brush on the end. I'm gonna try to use that. Why not, right? I'm gonna take a little flat brush and start buffing this whore out. That doesn't look great, so I'm gonna go in and do some shadows. I have the little Jason Wu palette here. I'm gonna like try to go in and zhuzh, finesse, if you will. I'm gonna grab a little bit of this color. I've not really used, well, it looks like I've dipped into here twice in my life. I've not really used these before, but let's see what happens. So I'm gonna press this in. I just wanna try to get a more even look to this. See, I'm kind of pressing the shadow and it's giving it a little more of a fade. I'm gonna finish off my brow bone here with a little bit of this like lightest bone color here. I just wanna see what this is gonna look like. Sometimes I need to like finish the rest of the eye to see what something's actually gonna be, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna like this. It doesn't look like much now, but I think this is actually really gonna turn out. That looks pretty good. I mean, I still have to do my concealer and all that, but I'm gonna do this to this side and be right back. So I got a little carried away here. I went in with my e.l.f. camo concealer and I did do. And then I took the lightest color in this Jason Wu and I do. So I'm gonna show you exactly how I do that. This is a really nice Scott Barnes concealer brush. Really, really nice. If you'd like to see Scott Barnes do my makeup, I know that's a polarizing experience. You can go find that, but I felt gorgeous. I felt beautiful, but then again, I am one of the most delusional people I know. So love, I know this is my product, hello, but I love this little compact for when I have to get right in my eyes. It's just so convenient. But lately I've actually been doing tighter, smaller eye makeup. I don't know what journey I'm going through, but I've been doing tighter, smaller, more graphic makeup. The great thing about this concealer is it is very full coverage and very thin. So you can do like paper thin layers and get nice opacity without having to like cake. It's just really thin layers and you get nice. Like I haven't even set that. And look how nice and bright it is. So then I'm gonna take one of my big wide Trixie Cosmetics eye brushes. I'm gonna take this lightest color and I'm gonna pack that sucker in. These look really good. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna cut. I have this super micro, like scandalized precision micro eyeliner from Rimmel. And this is what I'm gonna use to do just my little fake crease here. Do you see the dimension that it brings to that? It just gives it like a vanishing point. With my makeup, it's so big and crazy that it's these tiny details that for me just make me feel really secure when someone comes up to me up close. Like there's elements you don't really see until you get really close to me. And I hope you never get close to me because I look horrible up close, but love this Jason Wu palette so far, by the way. Really, really nice. This is like a real professional makeup thing. You can always finish your eye makeup with a clean brush and just brush over it. I mean, who has the time? Not me, but. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I am so stupid. That's why this brow looks different to me. I'm like, why does this not look right? I forgot to do my little sketching around my brow that I always do. I'm such an idiot. Take my camo concealers. You see that? For a second, I was like, why does that not look like it's popping? It's because I wasn't doing my brow highlighting. Hello, McFly. Do kids today know about Hello, McFly? Nick, do you know about Hello, McFly? Nope. Okay, there you go. The kids today don't know. I love using liquid concealers and liquid foundations for gigs like this where I really only have to be in drag for a few hours. I find that these super liquidy formulas, they don't wear length-wise the best, but for some of these shorter nights like tonight where I really only have to be on stage for like 90 minutes, then at the end of the night, this lighter products like these concealers, they do just come right off, which is nice. All right, so let's start the bottom of the makeup. I got my KVD liner here in whiteout, my favorite white liner until some makeup company out there, I won't say who, drops their white eyeliner, which is incredible and will change the industry forever. But for now, let's use this. I haven't been watching Drag Race this season because if I don't do the pit stop, I don't really catch a lot of Drag Race, but I have noticed a lot of these new girls on Drag Race look really beautiful. Seems like there's some really good makeup artists, am I right? I've been trying to do less white too. I know that sounds insane because that's like the whole Trixie makeup, but like I've been trying to do a little less white. That's a good shape for me. I'll be DJing a lot in the next couple weeks because, you know, before I go out on my Solid Pink Disco tour, I like to go, it's like right before I go out on a comedy tour, I go out and do a lot more stand-up. Right before I go do some real DJ shit, I'll usually go practice the week of. And because this is a bigger, longer tour, it's my first big DJ tour. If you guys don't know, I didn't used to DJ. I learned during COVID, towards the tail end of COVID. So, you know, it just helps you be confident and all that. Just go out and practice. It sucks to like get in drag and do the whole spiel, but it means that when you're somewhere where it's really important and you can't up, you're not as like fresh. I'm just gonna set the white. I have my Juno X Trixie palette here. It has a fabulous white in it called Bonehilda. If you don't know, that is the name of the skeleton maid from The Sims. I don't know if you can tell when we do our collabs, I don't really step in and I don't tell people what to do with their products. So sometimes the names are whack as hell. Bonehilda is a wild name. There's this YouTuber called Plumbella that I watch, and she does Sims videos, and she has a video called like the history of Bonehilda, and it walks through the history of Bonehilda in all of the Sims games. So it looks pretty good, right? Nice and crisp on top. Do you see how it's smaller than what I normally do? But it's very crisp. So on the bottom, I wanna kind of do the same spiel. So I'm gonna take my House Labs pencil and I'm gonna wrap the eye around. Like I said, lately I've been really enjoying just using pencils. I can't believe like this late in my makeup journey, I'm like going through a pencil phase. So then I'm gonna take the brush on the other end of the House Labs pencil, and that's what I'm just gonna use to start to feather. One time, you guys, this was a few years ago, this is like 5 or 6 years ago, I was on tour with Thorgy and a bunch of the girls on like a Christmas tour, and my luggage got lost by Delta, and I remember I was like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the show tonight, my luggage is lost, and Thorgy goes, and this is not a joke, Thorgy goes, I have some green clown wigs and some eye pencils. And she said that to me like that could actually help me. You guys, I wanna have Thorgy on the channel so bad. Thorgy, her makeup bag, you guys, we're talking The Last of Us, like the mold, like the fungus monsters, like it's disgusting. Thorgy, you know that's the tea, all right? I don't wanna embarrass you, but you know that that makeup bag is whack. I think last time I toured with her, it was a actual, like a grocery bag, a plastic grocery bag with like broken eyeshadows in it. And I said, what are you doing? I said, you're one of the most famous drag queens in the world and you're around with this right now. It's a nice little base color, right? And we'll take a little brush, babes, and I'm gonna set it. I mean, this shadow is staying on tonight, mama. Nice, right? Soft gradient, especially since we have the pencil down, like I don't have to work very hard to blend this out. I'm gonna finish the interior of my eye here with just a little bit of shadow. I'm going really blushy and pinky on the lips and the cheeks, so I don't want my eye to be too like defined today. I'm gonna go in with my Scandalized, I'm gonna go with my Scandalized liner and finish this liner here. Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna do this to this side and be right back. I typically do not finish my eyes without all my contouring. I don't know what I was into today. Let's see how it goes. Let's do some contouring. I have some e.l.f. concealers here. This is deep chestnut, so I'm just gonna do, like I said, when I do my long shoot days, like at Netflix and stuff, I would never choose these like thinner drugstore concealers as like product I would, because it just doesn't live on my face as well. It's different because, you know, when I was lip syncing, it's sort of like you have one number, it's a very high impact 4 or 5 minutes, and then you leave. DJing is like an endurance sport. So I'm out there for hours. So I do have to think about comfort. People have a lot more time to look at me. So I have to think about what parts of the look could go south if I start sweating. It's like a different thing to worry about. You guys, I love DJing, and the best part is I just get to walk in somewhere with one look and my headphones and my flash drive. I don't have to bring a suitcase of costume changes and props, and like, you know, I love just being able to go in one look and turn the party and leave. It's looking pretty good, right? A little red. I prefer my contour a little yellower than this, but I think it's gonna be nice. I'm actually gonna be beefing up this contour with a little bit of bronzer, so I'm okay with this being a little light-handed. Lately, I've been doing like a soft amount of contour all the way around my face. I've just been going in after and drawing in my little highlights. Where I used to kind of draw them as two completely different things. Now I kind of just trust the process. Famous last words. All right. You know what I don't like about Drag Race? When you have a celebrity guest, I know that celebrities are busy. When you have a celebrity guest and all they are is coming up on a screen, girl, get Jonathan Taylor Thomas in here. Get the real person. Put on the wig. Come to the workroom, you know. People are constantly asking me like, how do I get on Drag Race? I want to be on Drag. Like, I want to judge the normal like celebrities, and I'm like, ask. I'm like, it's a very decorated show, but I'm like, you want to do it? Ask. I'm sure they'll have you. Now, if you guys remember, I did a video on my channel. I got ready in Milwaukee, and I tried to layer these too much, and they started to pick up the foundation. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I do. So I'm gonna try not to have that happen today. Getting it going, folks. Folks, I'm starting to talk like an elementary school teacher. I'm gonna start calling you guys ladies and germs. I don't know what music I'm gonna play tonight. You guys, I'm gonna be honest, every time I've played in West Hollywood, I prepare like a really cool housey, like cool, like new house music, stuff you might not have heard, but it's really good. And then the second I get there, I remember I'm in West Hollywood and they basically, the audience in West Hollywood, I don't want to be reductive, but the people drinking in West Hollywood, they basically want, now that's what I call music. So it's like, I try to play some cool stuff and then I just pivot to playing like literally whatever's on the radio. And then once in a while, I'll sneak in a song I really like, but you really have to meet the audience halfway and just play shit they already know. Because, you know, drunk people in West Hollywood, they're like, play the song from TikTok and play it now. This isn't my favorite my skin has ever looked, but let's just push through. It's a dark club. It's a dark club. You know your makeup's going well when you're telling yourself, don't worry, it's a dark club. Oh, really skinny nose today. What do you guys think about a super skinny nose? Really skinny nose today. Woo! She's barely breathing, folks. Because we're going to a place where gay people will be judging me, I have chosen a setting powder that I know I can rely on. I have my Anastasia Beverly Hills banana powder here. So good. So good. You guys, what do we think of gay people who play Smash Brothers and base their personality on it? Are we fine with that? Are we putting up with it still? That turned out really good. I'm not gonna lie. Very smooth, like super blended. So I really want this to photograph well because I know I'm gonna be serving like, you know, behind the decks moments. So I have some of my one size powders here to kind of set areas. I'm gonna use my light 4 to set under my contour. And then my other color that I use, this is Fair 1, and this is what I use to pack like under my eyes. See that? And then I'm gonna brush away. You could bake it, but honestly, I find with pressed powder, you don't really have to bake as much because pressed powder grabs to the skin. Baking, I think, is more for loose powder. We're gonna do some contouring. I don't wanna go too hard, so instead of using a deep face powder, I'm gonna use a bronzer. This is Darling Daisy from Trixie Cosmetics. So beautiful. And this is what I'm gonna use to just like diffuse and warm without like continuing to contour. Because if I went in with one of like my Studio Fix powders right now, I think I would get a really deep carve. And I'm trying to just do something really soft. So I'm taking my middle color and I'm just softening. And then for right under my cheek, I'm gonna take the back of this mascara I'm about to use. And I'm gonna take the deeper shade here. I love these bronzers, you guys, because the packaging is amazing and you get multiple shades. So when you're trying to do contouring, you just have more to work with. Nice, look at that. Compared to that, do you guys see that? It's okay, but look at that. Whew. Okay, the symmetry is not great today. For me personally, my performance as somebody doing symmetrical makeup today was not strong. So now it's time to do some black liner. Love my girl at Point Made by One Size. So I'm gonna do my little liner. You guys, you've seen me do this. I'm gonna do my black liner. I'm gonna do the gel to fill it in and I'm gonna be right back. So this looks pretty good, right? I went in and set it with Grim Reaper from the Gino Birch palette so that it's nice and dark. I used the Beauty Bay Void liner. Mine's drying out. I love this liner, but mine's drying out. So normally I use a little liquid white here to go, my white is all packed away. So I think I'm gonna use the KVD one. I hope this works. I want like a nice little white vertical. Yeah, that's hard to do. That is hard to do. The liquid does look best for this type of thing where it's like, right, you can see it's not as white as it could be. It's been whiter in the past, but we'll just live with it. So I'm gonna go in and curl my lashes. I have my Trixie lash curler here. Love this lash curler, it just fits my eye perfectly. Gives me a nice curl. You can see because my lashes are dyed white. You can see the nice lift I get from that. Let's go in with the Maybelline Curl and Bounce Mascara. I love this mascara. I don't know why we stopped using it. Probably just because we get free stuff all the time, but I love this mascara. This is really a curler. Like it really curls your lashes. I would tell you guys this mascara, it's a curling mascara, but still gives a lot of definition. It's very daytimey looking, very real lash looking, really curling. That brush really forces those suckers up. It's time to do lashes, but I guess we can do lips first. So let's see what kind of lip we want to do. What's the story? I have a Candy Yum Yum lip pencil here, and I think I want to do a nice, bright, matte, hot pink lip. Because I'm wearing a pink outfit, and in nightclubs, I want to look like I have lips, so I'll usually go really bold on the mouth. Cool. You can see Candy Yum Yum is a bright, hot liner. I love MAC lip pencils because they're really just like pigment and wax. They're so stiff and so matte. And for looks like this, where I want a mouth that's not gonna move, you know, this isn't my favorite texture to wear on my face. It's not going anywhere. I have a Stacy liquid lip color here because I really want it on and I don't want to worry about it. So I want Stacy, but I want it on. You guys, I'm gonna do a little sculpting here because this is pretty. It's a little neon for this look that I'm about to do. So I'm gonna sculpt it a little bit with the pencil. You guys, this is very retro Trixie. I used to be really into these neons. I'm gonna put on some lashes. You guys have seen me do that a million times. I'm gonna put on some lashes and come back in the look. And we're back. Holy God, do I look beautiful. This is some really old school Trixie. I'm wearing my actually Kimchi Cosmetics campaign dress. This is like my secret little DJ dress for tonight because there's no boobs, no hips, no corset. It's just a blob. Kimchi specializes in outfits that are just like blobs. So very old school Trixie. This lip is so bright, but I think it's gonna be cool in a club. I'm gonna go with it. I just gotta put some blush and highlighter on. I have a ton of body makeup on. You guys can see, I mean, it's the Dermablend leg and body makeup. And then I did highlighting on my shoulders and my clavicles so they look bony. And then I'm gonna do some blush and highlighter before we go because sometimes these bright lips with no blush, that's when they look crazy. I think this just needs a little blush. I have Summer Blove here. Mwah, love her. Now I'm gonna show you how I use Summer Blove. I will do the lighter color right at the front of the face, just for something. See how that soft pastel is just something? And that's like my no blush thing, but then I really want to go big. So I'm gonna take Side Chick and I'm gonna do just a little bit of this hot right in the cheek. Like that. There we go. Do you see what I mean? Now that the lip doesn't look as bright because it's not the only warm thing. Okay. Be careful, kids, when you're doing a video and talking and just slamming a brush around. It's fine, it'll blend out. Thank God it's a beautiful formula. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm gonna do the clavicles and all that. So I'm gonna take After School Special. It's a very soft, white, snowy highlight with a pink duochrome. I'm gonna do my little, see that? Anyway, this is the look for the club. It's time to go. So Nick's gonna follow us to the club with the camera and we're gonna see what the tea is tonight. Let's go.
I could have brought mail for him.
Are you guys ready to spread your